Content in this video should not be construed as medical advice. It is for information purposes only. Please consult your physician with any health concerns or questions.
Welcome to the session on essential nutrients during pregnancy. I am Janna McIntosh, registered dietitian for the Women's Clinic. You can contact me via the website www.twc-ms.com. This lesson will cover the basics of what you need to know about the essential nutrients during pregnancy. There are 6 essential nutrients. These 6 essential nutrients are those that we need in order to thrive, to grow a baby. These 6 essential nutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. And I'm going to discuss all 6 of these. It is important that we all have a balanced diet. We all know that. But it is even more important during pregnancy to facilitate the growth of your baby. This balanced diet may also be supplemented with a multivitamin or mineral. It's most likely your doctor has prescribed you a prenatal vitamin or mineral supplement. And it's very important for you to take these vitamins and minerals as directed by your doctor. They are meant to supplement your diet, not to replace your diet. So in addition to your vitamin and mineral supplement, you need to be sure you continue your balanced diet. It is also important, and I want to really stress the importance, that you do not take extra vitamins and minerals, that being herbal or natural also, without first discussing it with your physician. This can lead you to toxic levels of certain vitamins and minerals, and I'll discuss that a little bit more when we go over the session about vitamins and that about minerals. The first essential nutrient that I do want to discuss is that of protein. Protein is important. It is the building block of our bodies. You're building a baby, you're growing a baby. You've got to have this protein in order to provide your baby with these nutrients, or with all of their nutrients. Protein needs increase during pregnancy. Women typically need around 45 grams of protein a day. During pregnancy, that's going to almost double to about 70 to 75 grams of protein a day. Don't worry, these needs are usually easily met in our daily intakes of meats. If you're drinking milk, you're getting protein. For women who follow a vegetarian or vegan type diet, though, you may need to be a little careful about the types of proteins that you're getting. There are 2 different kinds of proteins. There are complete proteins and there are incomplete proteins. Complete proteins are going to be those provided from animal sources. Meat, fish, poultry, milk, eggs, even cheese. Those are going to provide you with complete proteins. Incomplete proteins are going to be those from nuts, grain proteins, and vegetable proteins. They are incomplete because they do not provide all 26 of your essential amino acids. In order to make these incomplete proteins complete, it's easy. You just combine them. For example, you take a grain protein, wheat bread, and a nut protein such as peanut butter. Together you have peanut butter on wheat bread. That's your complete protein. Another example could be rice and peas. Peas are a vegetable protein. Rice is your grain protein. I said that it was easy to meet your protein needs during just a typical day's intake. And the way we meet those needs is through those 3 ounces of meat. 3 ounces of meat is a size of a typical deck of cards. Usually fills up about the 1/4 of your plate. An 8-ounce glass of milk is about yay much. The way I know how much 8 ounces fills up my cup is because I got my measuring cup, measure out 8 ounces, fill it into the cup. And again, for more on portion control, you can look at the session on the website that covers that about portion control. Okay, now get out your worksheet and let's pull up the first part there about protein. Protein is the nutrient that acts as building blocks for my babies and my growth during pregnancy. Sources include meat, fish, poultry, dairy, eggs, vegetables, and whole grains. Now, this may be a little bit different for everybody, and that's why I've left this blank for your worksheet so that you can fill it out based on the foods that you like. But to meet my babies and my needs, I will have 2 to 3 dairy servings a day, eat 8 to 9 ounces of lean meat, fish, poultry, or eggs, and eat a variety of vegetables and whole grains each day. So having that on your worksheet gives you a little bit of a guide to go through with your daily intake. I'm going to go back and I want to cover one more thing about protein before we go on to carbohydrates. The animal source or the meat source of fish, it is safe for women, pregnant women, to consume 6 to 12 ounces of fish a week. The kinds of fish that you need to avoid regarding the amounts of mercury are going to be those that live for a long time, such as shark or albacore. These are they live for a long time in the ocean, therefore they absorb more mercury. So those are going to be the most dangerous fish. Okay, now moving on to carbohydrates. Now I know carbohydrates can be a scary word for some of you because of popular weight loss diets, but we must provide our body and the growing body of our baby with adequate energy. Our baby has to have constant supply of energy, and the best food source of energy is carbohydrate foods. If you don't consume enough carbohydrate each day, you'll actually use those proteins that you're taking in for building blocks as energy instead of building blocks for you and your baby. So again, I can't stress it enough that the adequate intake of carbohydrates is so very important, even if you're a carb counter because of weight control issues. The kinds of carbohydrates that you need to eat do need to come from nutrient-dense foods, such as fruits, whole grains, starchy vegetables, not necessarily from soda, candy, and other sweets. Those are the kind of carbohydrates you need to limit or avoid completely during pregnancy or for weight management. Milk and yogurt are also provide a good amount or a good supply of carbohydrates. So milk and yogurt provide your protein. They also provide you with carbohydrate. That makes a very good snack. Now we can pull out your worksheet again and look at the carbohydrate section of your worksheet. Carrying a growing baby and meeting my own growing body's needs takes lots of energy. Most of my food energy should come from the nutrient carbohydrate. Sources include fruit, vegetable, milk and yogurt, and whole grains. To meet my baby's and my own needs, I will eat 3 servings of fruits, 2 or more servings of vegetables, 2 to 3 servings of milk and yogurt, and 8 or more servings of grains each day. And that covers the very basics of carbohydrates. Next, we'll discuss the nutrient of fat. We must have an adequate intake of dietary fat in order to absorb the essential fatty acids. And we've heard a lot about these essential fatty acids in recent research or recent publications about nutrition. In fact, most of your prenatal vitamins and baby's infant formulas now contain these essential fatty acids. The first one to discuss will be the omega-3. Our greatest amounts of omega-3 fatty acids are going to be found in that of fatty fish, such as salmon and rainbow trout. Other sources that we can derive omega-3 fatty acids from include canola oil, flaxseed, and walnuts. So a good way to include omega-3 fatty acids into your diet will be to cook with canola oil if you're adding a fat during cooking, to sprinkle flaxseed over your salads or in a bowl of cereal. Also a handful of walnuts. Those are good ways to get in those omega-3 fatty acids. The other type of omega fatty acid is your omega-6. The other type of fatty acid is your omega-6 fatty acids. Sources of omega-6 fatty acids are going to include eggs, avocado, cashews, corn, and safflower oil. And now we can pull out your worksheet and look at the section on fat. Let's fill that out. Essential fatty acids come from our dietary intake of the nutrient fat. These nutrients support the development of my baby's nervous system, including brain cells. The best sources for omega-3 fatty acids include canola oil, flaxseed, walnuts, and soy nuts. The best sources for omega-6 fatty acids include eggs, avocado, cashews, corn oil, and safflower oil. To meet my babies and my needs, I will cook with canola oil, snack on 1 to 2 servings of cashews, walnuts, or soy nuts each day, and enjoy eggs or avocados a few times a week. I have now discussed proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and I want to point out that these are your calorie-providing nutrients. Proteins are the building blocks, carbohydrates provide your energy, and fat is essential in the development of your baby's brain and nervous system. Now we'll move on to your non-calorie providing nutrients. These are your vitamins, your minerals, and water. Vitamins are going to be kind of like the spark plugs of your diet, kind of like the spark plugs in your car. That's what's going to ignite the chemical reactions in your body and that actually make your body processes happen. Proteins are the parts of the car, carbohydrates are the gasoline, fat is the oil, and the vitamins are the spark plugs for all of you mechanics out there. Your doctor has most likely, we've discussed this, prescribed you a prenatal supplement that will help ensure you get all the vitamins that you need. You should not take any additional vitamins without discussing that with your physician. Again, this could cause you to reach toxic levels of vitamins in your body. Remember that your prenatal vitamin ensures that you are meeting your vitamin needs, but it should not replace your dietary intake of vitamins. The 4 very important vitamins needed during pregnancy include vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and of course folic acid. Vitamin A is going to promote the health of the cells and tissues. Sources of vitamin A include carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, egg, cantaloupe, and cheddar cheese. I like to think of things as orange when I'm trying to think of vitamin A foods. Carrots, sweet potatoes, cantaloupe, cheese, cheddar cheese. These are orange foods and they are good sources of vitamin A. Folic acid. There are many foods out there these days that have been fortified with folic acid. Your cereals, also some milks and orange juices. Folic acid is important in reducing spinal cord damage. Sources, in addition to the orange juice and those fortified cereals I mentioned, sources of folic acid also include leafy vegetables. Vitamin C, our third important vitamin during pregnancy, it helps the body absorb iron. Iron is a mineral, and we'll talk about that in a second. Only 3/4 cups of orange juice a day actually meet your entire needs for that day. 3/4 a cup of juice. It's not much. Up to here on your measuring cup, and that's going to provide you with all the vitamin C that you need. The 4th important vitamin during pregnancy is that of vitamin D. My favorite thing about vitamin D is that you can get it from the sunlight. 10 minutes of just your hands and face exposed in sunlight will actually meet your daily requirements of vitamin D. Vitamin D is important because it helps your body with its high demands for calcium. That's why your milk, whole milk, and skim milks are going to be fortified a lot of times with vitamin D because that will help you absorb the calcium in that milk. And that covers our vitamins. And before we pull out our worksheet, we'll also discuss minerals. Minerals make up our bones and teeth. Since your baby's bones and teeth are developing, it's of course very important for you to consume the appropriate or adequate amounts of these very important minerals. Calcium is going to be the mineral that your body will draw from your stores if you do not consume enough. And again, your baby's bones and teeth are growing, so you must consume enough calcium in your diet. It may even be necessary for you to take a calcium supplement. If you are not consuming 3 servings of milk or yogurt a day, you may want to discuss with your doctor about a calcium supplement. Calcium or all of your minerals are also going to help make blood cells and other body tissues. So again, something to remember when you're trying to take in enough of your foods each day. Your prenatal supplement probably only provides the same amount of calcium that is in 8-ounce serving of milk, which is why you and your physician may decide it's best for you to include a calcium supplement. Your body only absorbs about 500 or so milligrams at one time of calcium. So when taking, or if you and your physician decide that it is best for you to take a calcium supplement, you don't want to take it all at one time. You don't want to wake up, drink your 1 glass of milk for the day, and have your calcium supplement with that. Your body is not going to absorb all the calcium that it needs. You need to space it out throughout the day. Maybe wake up, drink your cup of milk in the morning, have a calcium supplement mid-afternoon or at night before you go to bed. Vitamin C is going to help you absorb that calcium. So ideally, you could take that calcium supplement with that glass of orange juice. Iron is another mineral that is in high demand during pregnancy. Iron is in high demand during any time of growth, so infancy, childhood, and pregnancy. It is the most common nutrient deficiency during pregnancy, and most of your prenatal supplement will have plenty of iron in it. But again, it's necessary for that supplement to supplement, not replace your intake. Some good dietary sources of iron are going to include your red meats, broccoli, spinach, those dark green vegetables. It is essential for making a component of blood, and during pregnancy, your blood volume actually does increase by 50%. Again, another important reason why you need iron during pregnancy. Zinc, another mineral, is essential for cell growth and brain development. It is absorbed best from meat, seafood, and poultry. So those are your important minerals. Now let's pull out that worksheet and look and fill out the blanks about vitamins and minerals. Vitamins act as these spark plugs that make my body processes happen. Minerals make up my babies and my bones and teeth. They also help make blood cells and other body tissues. Sources include all the food groups: grains, vegetables, fruits, milk, yogurt, and meats. So if you are consuming foods from all your food groups, you are consuming different vitamins and minerals in those groups. To meet my babies and my needs, I will choose foods from each food group each day and take my prenatal supplement as directed by my doctor. And last, I'll discuss the nutrient water. A lot of times we don't think about water being an essential nutrient. We know we have to have it to live, but it is one of our nutrients. We need water in higher demands than any other time during pregnancy because of your increase in fluids, your blood volume, also the fluids surrounding and protecting your baby. Water is going to carry nutrients to your body. It's also going to carry wastes away. Pregnant women need about 3 liters or 12 cups a day of water. Now this measuring cup here is actually 2 cups. That's 2 8-ounce servings. So if you need 12 cups a day, you would need 6 cups this size full of water a day. I know a lot of my patients like to get one of those 64-ounce jugs, water jugs. You can get one easily from Walmart and fill that up once or twice a day to ensure that you're getting enough of your fluid needs. So bringing out that worksheet, let's fill out that blank there on water. During pregnancy, my blood volume will increase by approximately 50%. To accommodate this increase, I must increase my intake of water. This helps deliver nutrients to my babies and my body cells, and it helps to carry wastes away. To meet my babies and my needs, I will drink 12 cups of water fluids each day by drinking 1 cup of orange juice with breakfast, 2 cups of water before lunch, 2 cups of water or juice with lunch, 3 cups of water before dinner, 2 cups of water or juice with dinner, and 2 cups of water before bedtime. Now this is just an example of how I would suggest you taking in those 12 cups of fluids a day. It may be easier because of your work or your daily schedule to combine some of these intakes. You don't have to divide it out exactly like I had written there, as long as you are combining about 12 cups or more a day of fluids. Another nutrient I would like to discuss is fiber. It is not an essential nutrient because we don't have to have it in order to thrive, but we really need it for a healthy digestive function. Fiber is an important part of a healthy diet, and it has a lot of health benefits. For pregnant women, it prevents constipation when consumed with plenty of water, and I want to stress that, consume plenty of water with a fiber intake. Sources include fruits, especially the skins of the fruits. Usually the flesh does not contain that much fiber, but the skin of the fruits will. Vegetables, beans, and whole grains are also going to provide large amounts of fiber. One thing to remember with vegetable sources of fiber is not to overcook them. If you have vegetables and you cook them to a mush, you're cooking out or softening a lot of that fiber. Looking at your worksheet, you can fill out the blanks that fiber is an important part of a healthy diet that helps my digestion and prevents constipation when consumed with plenty of water. Sources include fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. To meet my needs, I will consume 3 or more fruits with skins, at least one of my daily vegetables raw and washed, be sure to wash it, and choose 100% whole grains when possible. Wheat bread is not going to provide the same amount of fiber as a 100% whole grain bread will. That's just one thing to look at on a label when you're shopping and trying to choose high fiber foods. This concludes our lesson on essential nutrients during pregnancy. If you have any questions, please contact me via the website www.twc-ms.com. Fill out the form under Ask the Nutrition on that website, and the email or your question will be emailed directly to me, and I will answer it the best I can.
If you would like to discuss this or any concerns, please contact your physician at the Women's Clinic at 601-354-0869.